appeared to him in a dream, telling him, "Get up, take the young child and his mother and flee to Egypt, and stay there until I give you word, for Herod is about to search for the young child to kill him." Matthew 2:13. Right away, Joseph, Mary, and their son make their escape by night. They do so just in time, because Herod learns that the astrologers have tricked him. He had told them to report back to him. Instead, they left the country without doing so. Herod is filled with rage. Still wanting to kill Jesus, he gives orders to put to death all the boys in Bethlehem and its surroundings who are 2 years of age and under. He bases this age calculation on what he learned earlier from the astrologers who had come from the east. The slaughter of all the boys is a horrible thing. We cannot know how many young boys were killed, but the bitter weeping and wailing of the bereaved mothers fulfills a Bible prophecy given by Jeremiah, God's prophet. Jeremiah 31:15. In the meantime, Joseph and his family have fled to Egypt, and they continue living there. Then one night Jehovah's angel again appears to Joseph in a dream. "Get up, take the young child and his mother," the angel says, "and go into the land of Israel, for those who were seeking the life of the young child are dead." Matthew 2:20. So Joseph now concludes that the family can return to their homeland. In this way another Bible prophecy is fulfilled. God's Son is called out of Egypt. Hosea 11:1. Apparently, Joseph intends that his family, they escape from a wicked ruler. Matthew 2:13-23, 24, settle in Judea, perhaps near the town of Bethlehem, where they were living before they fled to Egypt. But he learns that Herod's wicked son Archelaus is now the king of Judea. In another dream, God warns Joseph of the danger. So Joseph and his family travel farther north and settle in the city of Nazareth in the territory of Galilee, away from the center of Jewish religious life. Jesus grows up in this community, which fulfills another prophecy. He will be called a Nazarene. Matthew 2:23. Jesus' family flees to Egypt. Joseph moves his family to Nazareth. When the astrologers do not return, what does King Herod do, and how is young Jesus protected? On returning from Egypt, why do Joseph and his family not go back to Bethlehem? What Bible prophecies are fulfilled during this period of time? 8:25. Jesus is growing up in Nazareth, a rather small, unimportant city. It is located up north, in the hill country of an area called Galilee, to the west of the large lake known as the Sea of Galilee. When he is perhaps 2 years of age, Jesus is brought here from Egypt by Joseph and Mary. It seems that at this time, he is their only child. Later, however, his half-brothers are born: James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas. Joseph and Mary also become parents to girls, Jesus' half-sisters. Yes, Jesus has at least 6 younger brothers and sisters. Of course, Jesus has other relatives. We already know about Elizabeth and her son, John. He lives many miles to the south, in Judea. Living close by in Galilee is Salome, who is apparently Mary's sister and thus Jesus' aunt. Salome's husband is Zebedee. Their 2 sons, James and John, would seem to be Jesus' first cousins. We do not know whether Jesus spends much time with these boys while they are growing up, but eventually they become his close companions, serving as 2 of Jesus' apostles. Joseph has to work very hard to support his growing family. He is a carpenter. Joseph raises Jesus as his own son, so Jesus is called the carpenter's son. Matthew 13:55. Joseph teaches Jesus to be a carpenter too, and he, growing up in Nazareth. Matthew 13:55-56. Mark 6:3-26. Learns well. In fact, people later say about Jesus, "This is the carpenter." Mark 6:3. The life of Joseph's family is centered on the worship of Jehovah. In keeping with God's law, Joseph and Mary give the children spiritual instruction, when they sit in their house and when they walk on the road and when they lie down and when they get up. Deuteronomy 6:6-9. There is a synagogue in Nazareth. We can be sure that Joseph regularly takes his family along to worship